confronted with some rocks. I can hear the falls. Lots of extra water flowing. Nerd off. Back to hiker. The Blue Hole. Quite a bit rougher and rockier. I love a good rapidy stream, but one of the best hikes you can do. This has really been a fun trail right here. I mean, I'm not even there yet, and it's just gorgeous, raging. That may be the top waterfall that I've ever hiked to personally. It was powerful and tall. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Old Guy Hikes and I'm Randy. Appreciate having you along again today. Today I am still in Arkansas. This is my third video, third week in a row, in real time, third day in a row of being in Arkansas. And today is Tuesday, April 8th, 2025. It's 11:10 in the morning. And it's about 55 degrees right now. Gonna be about 65. And I am at Petit Jean State Park. This is kind of near Little Rock, a little north of Hot Springs, Arkansas. And I am going to hike kind of a conglomeration of a few different trails. I'm going to do part of the Boy Scout Trail, and then it's going to take me around to the Canyon Trail. And then from the Canyon Trail, I'm going to go down to Cedar Falls. And from Cedar Falls back up to Mather Lodge and finish there. Probably going to be around 6 to 7 miles total. I'm not really sure. It's, like I said, it's a conglomeration of a couple different trails. So here we go. I'm going to show you what my view is, and we're going to a cave first thing and check it out, and then we're going to get going on the rest of the trail. So here's my view to start with. All right. I'm immediately confronted with some rocks. I can hear the falls. I think we're going to be basically right above the falls here, so I'm going down to the cave to get a view of that first. So here we go. That was quite the rocky descent. Very rocky surface here. Big boulders and stuff, but very easy to get down. There's nothing difficult. Okay, so here's the cave. It is huge. Wow. It's amazing. But yeah, there's a big sign that just says unlawful to enter, so I will definitely not do that. We'll get as close as we can and get a good view. So somewhere in there, I can't really see it, are some petroglyphs. But can't see the petroglyphs really from here. So lots of little streams. It's been really cool so far. I'm not sure if those are flowing all the time or if it's just from the rainfall. This area, late last weekend to Saturday, so 4 or 5 days ago, 3 or 4 days ago, this area received like epic amounts of rainfall, 10, 12 inches of rain in a couple of days. So there was a lot of flash flooding and whatnot. So Lots of extra water flowing, which makes for a great hike. Gives some extra streams to cross here and there. So I don't know if those are regularly flowing streams or if they're just drainages that are still draining out the rainfall. But I'm hoping, getting down to the bottom, that the stream down the bottom to from the waterfall, I guess, coming out is not too deep and is going to make for a difficult hike down to the waterfall, but we'll see. Scared off that was a black-headed vulture. I'm going to mark that in my book. It was not a red-headed vulture or a common vulture, whatever it's called. Here it comes. Anyway, I'm going to mark him in my book because he's a little different than the vultures we have at home. That's a black-headed. Okay, nerd off. Back to hiker. Turn off bird nerd. We crossed over a road back there and kind of got on the other side of this ridge. Now we have some views off the other direction that are a little more long distance views. But we are making a slow, gradual descent down. And I think we're going to continue to descend down mostly until we get down to the canyon trail, which will take us up the canyon to the falls. Bottom of the hill, and we're at the water. We're at something called the Blue Hole, and the trail continues on over there, and it looks like I got some wet feet in front of me. Alright, so I think we're going to basically follow this creek all the way up to the waterfall. I don't know, I have to look at the map a little closer if we cross the creek anymore, but I hope we get close to those rapids at least. Okay, it helps to look at your map before you cross rivers. I just had to come back across that river because the canyon trail was on this side before crossing the creek. That's alright. It was a fun little creek anyway. So this trail is blazed in yellow. This is the canyon trail. And already I can see it's going to be quite a bit rougher and rockier. Whew! Some good rapids here. Nice. I love a good rapidy stream. This is fantastic. There is absolutely nothing better than a rocky trail above a raging, rapidy river. That is one of the best hikes you can do. This has really been a fun trail right here. I was wondering the whole way how I'm supposed to get across this raging river to get to the trail that goes up to Mather Lodge. So that is my answer. So we're going to backtrack to here after we go up to the falls. Okay, we've got quite a blowdown to get through here. This is an over, under, maybe under again type thing. This one, have to go under, I think. Oh, wow, that was not a convenient one. I can tell you that. Ooh. All right, moving on. Okay, we're getting our first view of the falls here. Give you a little more rapids view. And then there's the falls right up there. Almost there. I mean, I'm not even there yet, and it's just gorgeous. They are raging. Holy moly, that was awesome. That may be the top waterfall that I've ever hiked to personally. It's going to be a really tough one to beat, that's for sure. The hike was gorgeous and adventurous, and the waterfall left nothing to be desired. It was powerful and tall, just really, really cool. Definitely worth the hike down. And again, you don't have to do all that I've done today. I just like to make an adventure of it. It's an adventure all by itself, just coming from the lodge down. So I think it's maybe 1.5 miles to 2 miles from the lodge down, and then of course back up. All right, so that was it, that last little chute there with the steps. That was the end of the trail. I'm right up here at the lodge right up behind me somewhere. So the trail is done. It was a lot of fun. Definitely worth every step. So I'll give you my difficulty rating real quick. I want to say 4, but it really wasn't that hard. 3 out of 5 is my difficulty rating. I thought this climb back up Cedar Falls trail to the lodge was going to be hard, but it really wasn't hard. It was just a lot of steps. The only really hard part at all was kind of right down by the falls, where you kind of had to scramble over some rocks, but that just really depended on what view you wanted to get. So it's a great place. Definitely recommend you coming. So come back next week. I'm heading to another trail this afternoon in the area. I will leave that for next week so you can see what that one is. A little teaser for you. Definitely come out to Petit Jean State Park. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. This hike was wonderful. One of the best waterfalls I've ever been to. So thanks for watching. If you like this, please like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. And I hope to catch you out on the trail sometime real soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.